Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. It is once again a pleasure and honor to be here on behalf of the Greater Sacramento Area Fireworks Safety Task Force. As many of you know, my name is Dennis Revelle. I serve as the Public Information Coordinator for the task force. The task force is a safety coalition composed of representatives of the local government, the fire service, law enforcement, the 386 nonprofit organizations who rely on the sales of state-approved fireworks within the Greater Sacramento area, and the state-approved fireworks industry. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce some of the representatives of the task force, the fire service, CAL FIRE, and the State Fire Marshal's office, as well as law enforcement who joined us this morning, some of whom you'll be hearing from in the course of this press conference. First, Fire Chief Tracy Hanson from the Cosumnes Services District. She also serves as president of Cal Chiefs. George Apple, who's fire marshal for the same department and serves as the chair of the Greater Sacramento Area Fireworks Safety Task Force. From CAL FIRE, Chief of Public Information Daniel Berlant. Also from CAL FIRE, Dennis Matheson, who's Chief of Public Education. From Sacramento City Fire Department, Fire Chief Walt White, Acting Fire Marshal Jason Lee, Assistant Chief Nico King, Fire Prevention Officer Steve Bodick, and Roberto Padilla, the PIO for Sacramento Fire. From Sac Metro Fire, Deputy Chief Bill Daniels, and Captain and Public Information Officer Michelle Edom. From Sacramento Sheriff's Department, Chief Deputy Douglas Lee. From the Sacramento District Attorney's Office, Deputy District Attorney Tim Carr. From Sacramento Police Department, Sergeant James Harrington, who also is a bomb technician. And from Roseville Fire Inspector Jeff Angola. And is there anyone I've missed? Okay.
Really quick. Sorry, thank you.
Thank you. Funding for the task force is achieved via a voluntary $85 contribution from each of the 386 nonprofit organizations in the Greater Sacramento area, as well as a corresponding contribution from the state-approved fireworks industry. I'd like to draw your attention to the displays we have here this morning. On my left is a series of illegal fireworks seized by local departments in the last year. On my right are examples of state-approved fireworks that will be available on sale beginning at noon on June 28th through the 4th of July. In terms of the sequence for our press conference this morning, you'll be hearing from Chief White as to the zero tolerance efforts against illegal fireworks in this community, and then followed by Daniel Berlant on behalf of the State Fire Marshal Tanya Hoover, Timothy Carr on behalf of the Sacramento District Attorney's Office, and we will conclude with a explanation of the illegal fireworks to my left. It's important to note that the task force was formed some 25 years ago and has served as a model for the highly acclaimed California statewide fireworks safety and education program coordinated through State Fire Marshal Hoover's office. As many of you who've covered the task force over the years know, the task force has historically provided critical funding for dedicated patrols in communities throughout Sacramento and Placer County so as to provide the patrol resources to put a stop to illegal fireworks. The sale of state-approved fireworks puts money in the pockets of those agencies responsible for keeping neighborhoods safe by finding and confiscating illegal fireworks like you see here to my left this morning. Funds from fireworks sales also support educational materials, law enforcement teams, and prosecutorial efforts in a coordinated effort to reduce criminal behavior on the 4th of July. In addition, Over 3,000 nonprofits throughout California benefit each year from the sale of state-approved fireworks, raising approximately $35 million that is used to provide local community services, youth services, senior programs, food banks, and the like. This year, public safety agencies throughout California face a daunting task. Law enforcement agencies and the fire agencies throughout this state will need everyone's help to protect their communities against the dangers these illegal fireworks pose this 4th of July. Let no one would-be fireworks user not fear that the consequences of their criminal action, and let the residents of our communities feel safe. The brave men and women who will be on patrol will cite you, and thanks to the underwriting provided by this task force, you will receive the justice you deserve. It is now my pleasure to introduce Sacramento City Fire Chief Walt White.
Welcome, and thank you for being here today. It is my honor and pleasure to be here. Our department is proud to be part of this distinguished public safety agencies involved in this task force, particularly as we reflect back and take pride in the success of this program. This year, fire departments and law enforcement agencies are once again teaming up, and we will be implementing a zero-tolerance effort against illegal fireworks, which includes tough sentencing guidelines for violators. A task force of dedicated police, fire, and sheriff's deputies have been assembled to issue citations to individuals found possessing or using illegal fireworks. Where these are found in sufficient quantities or the severities of the damage is sufficient, arrests of individuals will be made and they will be transported to the Sacramento County or Placer County jails. I'd like to offer this stern warning to those who are selling these dangerous illegal fireworks or harboring the thought that they can use illegal fireworks this 4th of July and think they can get away with it. For those of you trafficking illegal or dangerous fireworks, we are determined to find you and arrest you. For those of you found in possession or using illegal fireworks, please note that this community will not tolerate it. If you plan to celebrate, do so safely with state-approved fireworks. Those who use illegal fireworks are facing zero sympathy and harsh penalties from us because we don't want this holiday to be spoiled for everyone else. The task force will be out in strength to issue citations, confiscate illegal fireworks, and arrest individuals. If the illegal fireworks are found in sufficient quantities or cause severe damage, those involved with these illegal fireworks should consider this fair warning. We are targeting you, and we are going to do everything we can to make sure that you don't ruin this holiday for everyone else. Remember, illegal fireworks, you light it, we will right it. In our continuing effort to protect our citizens and our communities from illegal fireworks, the task force is soliciting the public's help. We need our citizens to help in identifying users of illegal fireworks. Once again, we need our citizens to assist us and be our eyes and ears out there in our communities. If you see someone selling or using illegal fireworks, you should take note of their description and take down a name or license plate, whatever information you can gather. That will make it easier for our departments to make the seizures, arrests, and prosecutions associated with the use and trafficking of these dangerous and illegal fireworks. So thank you for coming today to help us in our efforts to help our community, our citizens, have a safe and enjoyable 4th of July celebration this year.
Thank you, Chief. Now we'll hear from Deputy DA Timothy Carr.
Good morning, thank you. Illegal bottle rockets, aerial shells, and other illegal fireworks pose a significant fire danger. M80s and other explosives hurt people. That's why today, as a member of the District Attorney's Office and a member of this task force, I'm here to announce that once again this 4th of July, our office will adhere to the strict sentencing guidelines for those found to possess and use illegal fireworks. For those who insist on making the dangerous choice to use illegal fireworks, there will be consequences. Serious violators found to be in possession of illegal fireworks will be offered an opportunity to plead guilty for 3 years of informal probation and 5 days in the county jail. Individuals caught using illegal fireworks could be required to serve a minimum of 10 days in the county jail. Furthermore, if the facts warrant child endangerment charges, the violator may be required to serve a minimum of 30 days in the county jail. These offers may be increased if the defendant is found to have a criminal record. If criminal charges are prosecuted as felonies because of the type, the amount, or the way in which the illegal fireworks were used, state prison commitments may be sought. This is particularly true if the defendant has a criminal record. But all of these things can be avoided very simply by using good judgment and legal, safe fireworks. Everyone here wants our community to enjoy this great holiday with our families and with our children. Just please do it safely.
Now Daniel Berlant from CAL FIRE.
Good morning, everybody. As you mentioned, I'm CAL FIRE's Daniel Berlant. CAL FIRE and the Office of the State Fire Marshal stand in support of all local fire and police agencies throughout the state, in particular this Greater Sacramento Area Fireworks Safety Task Force. Once again, this task force is providing the blueprint for fire protection and prevention this 4th of July. Each year across California, CAL FIRE and local fire departments respond to hundreds of fires and medical emergencies caused by fireworks. In fact, last year, approximately 300 structure and wildfires were sparked by fireworks alone. Nearly 8,500 acres were burned in those fires, and serious injuries and millions of dollars in property loss happen every year from fireworks-sparked fires. This year's extreme drought poses a particular threat for devastating wildfires throughout California. Already this year, CAL FIRE crews have responded to about 2,500 wildfires, which is a significant increase in fire activity, and conditions will only dry out as we move into the summer and fall months. With conditions so dry, it doesn't take much for a fire to spark. While local programs such as this task force efforts, as well as our own statewide public education efforts, have reduced the number of firework-related incidents, illegal fireworks still are public enemy number one for the fire service. Illegal fireworks include everything from skyrockets, bottle rockets, Roman candles, aerial shells, and other types that explode, go into the air, move on the ground uncontrollably, and do not display our state fire marshals' safe and sane seal on them. Illegal use of fireworks, as I mentioned, cause severe damage and significant injuries every single year, especially this year when we really should all be enjoying this special occasion and not engaging in destructive criminal behavior. All Californians can help us by reporting illegal firework activity to their local law enforcement's non-emergency line. So we're here to tell the public this simple message: California has a zero tolerance for illegal fireworks. The dynamics of illegal fireworks, the problem here in California, has changed drastically in the past 15 years. These criminals are now using new technologies to sell their illegal fireworks. In recent years, online community sale websites and social media sites have become a tool for sellers to get their product onto the streets. Our law enforcement officers aren't just patrolling the streets. We're also keeping a close eye on the internet. Again, with this drought and with the high risk of fires, we will not tolerate such dangerous, illegal products in our state. For those who choose to buy legal fireworks, ensure, as I mentioned, that they carry the State Fire Marshal Safe and Sane seal, and only use them in communities where safe and sane fireworks are permitted. Now, there are many communities and there are many rural areas here in California where fireworks altogether are banned, including safe and sane. So, for example, the county of El Dorado, most of the unincorporated Placer County and Nevada counties. So it's very important that those that are going to use safe and sane fireworks, we recommend that you use those fireworks in the community that you purchase them. But make sure, if you are going to, that you ignite those fireworks in an area that's clear of anything flammable, especially dry grass. We in the fire service, as well as our local law enforcement partners, hope to make this a safe and fire-free 4th of July. We have a great fireworks safety guide on our website at readyforwildfire.org. But remember this, one less spark this 4th of July means one less wildfire. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. Before we move to the Q&As and demonstration, just would like to close that, as all the speakers here this morning have commented, this year fire agencies throughout California face a daunting task. In addition to the individual criminal entrepreneurs who might be selling these dangerous products, there are large commercial operations suspected of smuggling illegal fireworks into the state as well. Law enforcement agencies and fire departments throughout the state will need everyone's help to protect their communities against the dangers these products pose this 4th of July. Late in his life, Mark Twain, when he was in a rather discouraged state, was reflecting on the lives and purpose of some people when he commented that there are people who, quote, vanish from a world where they are of no consequence, a world that will remember them for a day and forget them forever. In the 25 years that I have had the honor of representing this task force and the fireworks industry and the nonprofit organizations who partner with them each 4th of July, I've seen countless California nonprofits be there to take care of their community's needs, not covered by private resources and government programs. These nonprofits are run by men and women unknown to most of you, just ordinary Americans, but they are living to make great things happen in the people's lives and caring for their community in which they serve. Just like these nonprofits, the men and women of the fire service and law enforcement here today and across this great state equally give of themselves to the community in which they serve. These nonprofits are challenged by donations being down, government funding being decimated at all levels, and the need for the programs, services, and youth programs that they provide skyrocketing, but they prevail ahead nonetheless. These men and women of the fire service and law enforcement face challenges of increased fuel load, dry weather, and the onslaught of illegal fireworks into the state in volumes never seen before, in volumes that increase year in and year out. This morning, I have a challenge for each of you who are here from the media. On the table, when you walked in, there were 2 stacks of materials that I would encourage you to take a serious look at and invite your scrutiny and coverage. One is a sampling of the unfettered advertising of illegal fireworks on social media, primarily Craigslist. The second is a copy of Craigslist Terms of Use and Restricted Products list. Craigslist claims that they will not allow certain products to be advertised on their site. Foremost among those is fireworks. Yes, all fireworks, not just illegal fireworks. I would invite you to make an impact, have a consequence on ensuring that this 4th of July is a safe celebration of our nation's birthday. I invite you to take a serious look at these people who are trafficking in illegal fireworks and ask Craigslist why. Yes, why they allow them to advertise on their site, why they are not exercising more responsibility for policing their content and being more proactive guarding against this abuse. Craigslist, unlike other online marketplaces such as eBay and Amazon, doesn't aggressively use its software to remove morally or illegal, irresponsible product sales from their website. I think it is time that someone ask Craigslist CEO Jim Buckmaster why. Thank you. With that, we'll be happy to take questions and answers and then adjourn to the illegal fire.